everyone, and welcome back to the Her Real Happiness YouTube channel. My name is Holly, and here we talk about all things manifestation, law of assumption, mindset, that sort of thing. So if you are interested in that kind of content, then please, if you're not already, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell icon for notifications every time I post. Every time I say that, I have the hardest. I just realized my eyelash extensions are doing something funky here, so ignore that. Every time I try and say bell icon for notifications, I want to say bell notification. Welcome to my world. Today I haven't been able to post. I'm trying to get as many videos done today as I possibly can. This is annoying me. I'm not going to be brushing out my extensions on camera, so I'm going to try to record as many videos as I can. I haven't been able to post because my baby is teething, and as you saw in the last few videos, I am having a hard time keeping him from screaming. And obviously no one wants a video with a baby screaming in the background, so though my dog's now started moaning, so today's video I want to talk about, I did say that I was going to do a video on this, and so hopefully I can ignore my dog. He's having a moment. He's realized. Sorry about that, I talked up apparently, and my baby woke up, so I just had to go and give him his bottle and all that sort of thing. Again, please ignore what's going on behind me. When we are finally in the new house, I'll hopefully have an actually decent setup going on. I'm trying to talk as quietly as I can, but being quiet is not really my thing. Today's video I wanted to talk about states. I actually said last time that I was going to make a video on this, and so here we are. I'll try and keep this as concise as I can, and I might break this down into a few different parts depending on what I managed to cover in this video. I wanted to talk about how do you identify the state that you want to be in, and how can you go about getting that like straight in your head. Because I found this is a technique, and I don't want to sound like a law of attraction person when I say this, but it's a technique that I found really helpful to get knowing the state that I want to be in, that I know is going to be like the best self-concept for me and the best self-concept for the things that I am trying to manifest. We've heard it all before, and I've heard this so many times on like Sammy Ingram's videos, subconscious laws, and manifesting with Kimberly. I'm pretty sure also Velez says this talks about this, but the first person I heard talk about this was Awaken the Godself with Candace. I think I said her name right. Is the state of the woman who has it all, man that has it all, but obviously speaking from my personal experience, the woman who has it all, the person who has it all, let's say. To get into that state, I found a way that personally works for me, that I found really, really helpful for getting that state really drilled into my head, and that's basically writing down, I think I've said this in a previous video, basically writing down a like character biography, or character description of what your ideal you would be. I also like to use Pinterest for this. I go in deep. I'm Okay, I believe that astrology, this is my belief, all right? And you are free to believe whatever you want. And most people don't subscribe to this in the law of assumption community. But I sort of believe in astrology in the sense that I believe that your birth chart, your entire birth chart, not just your sun sign, but your entire birth chart is really reflective of your character. Because I've personally looked into my chart and it's like, but that could just be because I'm assuming. But anyway, you get my point. You get the point. So I am very heavily a Capricorn, and I very much do relate to that in the sense that I am quite meticulous in things. I love my lists and I love going into detail about certain things, and I can be very extra when it comes to stuff like this. So I like to write down a character description of my ideal me, from physical traits to mental traits to behaviors, the things that I might do, like all the things that the person that I want to be would do, like, you know, hobbies and things like that. I like to write all of this down and have like a comprehensive guide to my version of the woman that has it all. And so I want to recommend you guys sit down and really think about who you are trying to become, or who you are manifesting yourself to become. So it's not trying. Like, that person, that version of you already exists. We know this. We know that version of you already exists somewhere out there in this vastness of reality, whatever the hell is going on out there. The ideal version of you that you are trying to manifest already exists, and that person already has all of those things that you are trying to manifest. That person has already, sorry if you can hear the hail, it's literally just, the heavens have just opened and it's hailing like mad outside. That's crazy. Anyway, hopefully that clears up before I have to go pick my kid up from nursery. So I'll try and talk louder than it, but not too loud so that I wake my baby up. I want you to sit down and really think about who you are manifesting yourself to be. What is that ideal version of you? Take a few quiet moments, sit down and really think about that. Who is the person that you want to become? Who is that person? What do you do? How do you behave? And something that I don't think gets talked about enough in law of assumption, because essentially you can change anyone and everyone is you pushed out, but how do people treat you? How do people treat you? Because to be honest, that is one of my main things that I speak on for myself when I am doing self-concept affirmations and things like that, is making sure that I drive home that I am fully in my fucking queen energy and everyone treats me with kindness and respect. Because not wanting to affirm my past, but I grew up believing that I was never good enough to be treated with respect, and so I always got treated like that until I woke up and realized that actually the reason I got treated like that is because I believed that that is how I was treated all the time. That's how people would treat me, and that I wasn't a respected person, that people wouldn't respect me and that sort of thing. And so changing my self-concept affirmations and working with the state that I wanted to put myself into, that had all of the things that I was trying to manifest, also consisted of being in a state where people treat me like a fucking queen, where I am fully in that queen energy and everyone that I come across treats me with kindness and respect. And you can absolutely affirm that. If you're the sort of person who is being bullied and things like that, affirm that you have those boundaries, and affirm that you are able to speak up for yourself and that you are able to stick up for yourself, because you should be sticking up for yourself. And this is coming from someone who never did. And I was a wet blanket. When I was younger, I was a wet blanket, and I did not stick up for myself at all. And I'm now at a point where I have learned enough about law of assumption and everyone is you pushed out, that I know that I can bite back and stick up for myself, and that person will understand that that is me sticking up for myself, and that they are no longer allowed to behave like that towards me. I want you guys to remember that and make that, if that is something that you are suffering with, and I don't know who this is for, who manifested this version of Holly to come out today, but if that is something that you are dealing with, where people are not respecting you and not respecting your boundaries, whether this be family members, friends, people you go to work with, people you go to school with if you're still in school, people that you're in a relationship with, any people that you come across, make sure that you are putting in your self-concept affirmations and getting into the state of being where you are respected and where you are allowed to speak up for yourself, and that gets a positive result, that gets what's the word I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to find, that gets the result that you're looking for. So that by you speaking up for yourself, that person thinks, oh shit, I should not have messed with this person. And they stop doing what you don't want them to do, because you do not have to take it. And even though I know everyone is you pushed out, and I likely manifested people into my life being utter twats, I will still say my piece, and that will usually nip that in the bud. So make sure that you are doing that, if you are going through that and feeling like you're not respected and feeling like you're not listened to when you are setting a boundary, put that in there with your affirmations. Even if it's just to big yourself up so that you feel confident in being able to speak up for yourself, because you should speak up for yourself. You deserve to speak up for yourself. You deserve to be treated with respect, even by people you don't like. And that's absolutely okay to not like someone, especially if they treated you badly. Even though you may recognize that, yeah, you manifested that, you are free to feel however you want to feel about a person and the way that they treated you. So that was a bit of a tangent I went off of, but apparently someone needed to hear that, because that came out of nowhere. So one of you out there needed to hear that, and I am grateful, is that the word, that I was able to do that for you. Remind you of your power and remind you that you deserve respect and that you deserve to be treated well. Anyway, that now that tangent is done, now that we've solidified that, I want you guys to be able to sit down and think about the state that you want to be in. So how are you feeling about yourself? How do you feel towards yourself? If you're the person that you are in the state that you're trying to step into, that you are stepping into, how will you feel about yourself? How will you feel about the people around you? How do they feel about you? How do you dress? How do you do your hair? Talking of hair, my roots are really bad right now, so ignore that. How do you show up every day? And the thing is, when I say that, don't feel like you need to show up as your best self every day, because everyone has bad days. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't feel like you're messing everything up by having a bad day, because god damn it, we all have bad days. In fact, yesterday I had a particularly difficult day because my 4-year-old is autistic, and he had a bit of a bad day in nursery. I won't go into details, but it upset me. And I had one of those days where I was just like, and actually I will shout out manifesting Kimberly in this. I watched one of her videos, and that really validated me. If I can remember to link it in this description, I will. But if you go on her channel and look for the one that says, if you're feeling depressed or something, watch this. Something about depression anyway. And I watched that, and I felt so validated by that. So I want to drive that home. You are allowed to have bad days. You don't have to feel like you have to show up and be this best version of yourself every fucking day. Like, sometimes things happen. We're not even talking about the fact that, yes, you manifest your entire reality, and these, whatever happens, likely happened because of an unconscious manifestation you made. Very good. But some days life hits you in the fucking face, and you are just like, I wanted to headbutt someone yesterday. I am glad I didn't have to go out in the afternoons, because I wanted to headbutt someone, and if someone would have annoyed me, I would have done that, and that would not have been very good for me. So we all have bad days. Please do not hold yourself to a standard that is unfair. If you are having a bad day, just remind yourself that everything is okay. You are allowed to have a bad day. You are allowed to take a day off of affirming. You are allowed to take a day off. You are allowed to take a mental health day, as it were. As long as you just remind yourself that it is okay, and you will still get your manifestations, even though you had a bad day. Okay? Even though life is kicking you in the fucking crotch. You're suddenly waking up to this shit, and you're like, oh yeah, I have a lot of story that I need to sort out. Remember that that's what that is. When stuff comes up that is affecting you like that, is old story that is showing up for you to address. Try and think of it like that. We're on tangents today. I don't know what's going on with me. So when you're trying to get into the state that you want to be in, it's good to be clear on that state. So by writing like a character description of like how you behave, the things that you do, your hobbies, the way you look, the way you act, the way you show up to the world every day, the way that, except on your bad days, the way that people treat you, the way that you approach things, all that sort of stuff. Writing down that little character description is really helpful, because it allows you to get clear on that. And once you're clear on that, you can then use more neutral affirmations, self-concept affirmations. Sorry about that. Baby woke up again. You can use more neutral self-concept affirmations to get into that state, because you've already got that clear in your mind. You've already got it clear in your mind of the person that you are in that state, the woman who has it all, the man who has it all. I'm taking that state as the main state that we should all try and be in, because don't we want it all? Isn't that the whole point of manifesting? Like, of conscious manifestation? You want to be living a life where you have everything that you want. So let's just say that is the state we are all moving into. So get clear on who you are in that state, so that you can just then use, like, I am the man or woman who has it all. I am the person who has it all. You can just use that affirmation because you already know who that person is that has it all. You know what that version of you is like because you've written it all down. You've got clear on it. Get a Pinterest board. Put things in there of the stuff that you want in your life. The way that you want to look, like the body type that you want to have, the facial features you might be trying to manifest. Because physical appearance changes is 100% possible, and sorry to all the men out there, but I have recently manifested changes in my chest area after being a person who's never been very blessed in that area. Without wanting to go into too much detail, I've always been bottom heavy rather than top heavy. And now I am evening out. I'm trying to get my hourglass going on. So physical changes can absolutely be done. So put this all in like a Pinterest board, and then when you're feeling like not down, because sometimes those things can be triggering because you're like, this shit isn't here yet. Why isn't it here? When you're having a bad day. But you can look through it when you're like feeling like it's some kind of way, and it can help you to be like, yeah, that's coming to me. This Pinterest board is my life. My life is this Pinterest board. It's like a whole new version of that girl. You know? Your life is a walking Pinterest board, except it's a Pinterest board of your making. You made that ideal you. So go out there, make that Pinterest board, write that character description, get clear on the person you are in the state of the person who has it all. What is that all to you? Get clear on that, and then you don't have to go and think of all these affirmations, these different affirmations that are going to hit all these different points. You can just be like, I'm the person who has it all. I am the person who has it all. I have it all. And it makes your life easier, doesn't it? Rather than sitting there and trying to get point by point every single affirmation for every single part of your life that you are trying to manifest into something else. You can just be like, I'm the person that has it all. Fucking takes a lot less time, doesn't it? I know I went off on a lot of tangents on this one, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to go because my partner's gonna ring me because he should be on his break. So if this helps you, please leave me a little thumbs up. If you want some more like targeted help, please feel free to email me. My email is down in the thing below. I used to say Instagram DMs, but my Instagram DMs are messed up. If you are waiting on an Instagram DM back from me, email me instead. Just put manifestation or coaching or something. I'm not charging for anything, so don't worry if you put coaching in there. I'm not going to say, oh, by the way, you owe me like 100 quid. I'm not charging for anything. I want to help you guys. If you need help, I want you to know that I'm here. If you want to leave a comment instead. But if it's something that's more private, then feel free to email me. I'll leave my email down in the box below. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this. If you managed to get through it all, I really hope that this helped you, because obviously someone was asking for something because you manifested that shit. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, take care, and get your self-concept and your state going, and remember, you are the person who has it all. Bye guys.